Let's fix this in the first place, then we'll get going. In the first place, we're gonna replace this inner tube with a new one, and then we can get going with our bike. Now we are ready. The inner tube has been changed. I'm going to grease the bike. They change a little bit, and then I'll be on my way, and I'll see you soon. Let me show you a very nice place. Right, first let's not die. Look at this beauty. I didn't even know this place existed here. And this tree is about to fall apart. I almost fell here. Look at this. So today's video, it's in this beautiful place, and I'll show you my face afterwards because I'm sweating hard and I'm struggling to stand on my feet because the tree I'm standing on is about to fall apart, so it's not great. So I'm going to show these images like that might help you. So basically today's video is about social media, and the thing I wanted to share with you is I deleted Snapchat 6 years ago, Facebook the same 6 years ago, Instagram 2 years ago. The only thing that I was left with was YouTube, and I installed Telegram as well. And then, I thought I had everything under control. I wasn't like that before. I was not really attached to my phone, but in the end I ended up like everyone else. So the reason behind the deletion of Snapchat and Instagram was simply because, even Facebook, the seeking the approval of other people, showing how your life is going, what you are doing, and in the end it just, even though the trap is you try to tell yourself that you're doing it because you want to share it with your friends, you want to show what you're doing, what you're accomplishing, but in the end what you just want to do is to compare yourself with others. That's it. That's the bottom line. Unless you have a business, you want to share what your business is doing, but on your personal plan, just a way of comparing yourself to others and show them how you are doing. So that's my first take. So that was the reason why I deleted Facebook and Instagram, trying to, seeking the approval and validation. And I noticed that I only post when I'm on holidays or there is a special occasion. So I never posted on a daily basis. Then it got me thinking, why am I even doing this? Because it doesn't seem to be for myself. It seemed like I was seeking the approval somewhere, not a crazy approval seeking, but just in general. If you are not, hold on, even the slightest feeling that I got about seeking the approval, I thought, I'm going to delete that. And on top of that, there was another thing. The seeking of, not the seeking, but the FOMO, the fear of missing out on what other people would be doing if your friends would hang out somewhere or you are not on a certain platform, so they wouldn't send you these memes or these Instagram posts, then you would be pushed far away, and so on and so on. So you'd be alone by yourself, so feeling the fear of being alone as well, I guess. So I'm being vulnerable here, so but that's honest on my side, so it's not something I can hide, that because that's the reality of most human beings. And the other thing is that once I deleted that, I was doing well because I was busy and I was training. You know, it was a certain phase of my life that was quite good. And slowly, when I started working in an office, what happened is that I slowly got addicted to my phone again, you know. And the problem is that I deleted all the other platforms, but I was still addicted, you know, even on YouTube. I put a timer for 15 minutes, but I still find some time, a way to go around these limits because I have another phone at home and I have a laptop, so I found a way to go around these limits, and it's so addictive that it's sort of, you know, trying to escape your routine, your life, because you don't know how to relax otherwise. Because it's been a very long time I haven't been able to watch a 2-hour movie without, being focused onto the movie, you know. Before I used to do it, that was easy, but now it's so hard. But I thought I found the solution. So the solution was, let me switch back, okay. So the solution was reading and replacing the bad habit by a good habit, but something that makes you feel relaxed, you know. That's the thing. And I was reading on the phone, so I tried to use it to my advantage, but in the end what end up happening is, when my routine broke for several reasons, you know, for personal reasons, our lives change at some point, and then I got back to it. It got even worse. I remember saying to my brother, "Why are you so addicted to your phone?" He had his phone while driving. That was like 7 years ago, because he didn't have like TikTok, these short formats, these reels. And back then I would find it astonishing because it was unbelievably addictive, you know. I'm like, why are you watching Instagram reels while you're driving, you know? Just relax, man, put your phone aside, that's it. But no, now I'm right exactly at the same spot. And I feel like it's the same thing as coffee and cigarette. So smoking, now I understand people why they smoke and why it's so hard to quit, because when you go smoke, I guess people that smoke can confirm that if they go for a quick smoke break, cigarette break, they are probably relaxing, you know. So it's not because they want to look cool. Maybe they started because the other colleagues would go on a smoke break and you needed to be connected with others. But in the end, when you grow up, it feels like you just can't quit because it's this relaxation moment. But how can you replace a relaxation moment? It's so hard, you know, because you have to change a sort of your identity somewhere. And same with the coffee, for instance. I'm struggling to quit coffee, but then when there's no coffee machine around, I'm not trying to get some coffee. Apologies for that. I'm not trying to get some coffee at any cost, you know. I remember when I was in Mauritius, the coffee was, horrible. They had like these not the grains, but the other coffee that, you know, you put with with a spoon, from these cups. It was so disgusting. For 2 weeks I didn't drink any coffee, and it was all right, because the environment was like that. And so I guess like the addiction is it is the same. I mean, it doesn't matter which addiction it is. It can be alcohol, cigarettes, or whatever. But if your environment is working against you, it's kind of impossible to beat it. Even for me now, if I want to, even for me now, if I want to quit YouTube, I go back to, let's say I reach my 15 minutes limit today. But what happens is my brain is looking for that immediately, these shorts on YouTube. And I don't have the willpower to stop. It's just crazy, because I have never been addicted to YouTube. And the long format videos, I just don't care, because that they don't bring value to your life. Because I realize that YouTube videos, the long format videos, most of the videos, they are empty videos, soulless videos, because they just, I feel like it's just big headlines, but empty in essence. So it's just, a bunch of sentences put all together, and you feel like you've learned something, but in the end, you learn nothing, If I told you, what do you remember from the YouTube videos you watched lately? I mean, almost nothing, and it's only the videos, the real content that adds value to your life. Those are the videos that are memorable, but the rest is just garbage, And if you are just watching YouTube for entertainment, or even Instagram, that's all right, There's a reason for everything. But YouTube is a big trap, because it makes you feel like you're productive, you're going forward with your life, and you see all these young entrepreneurs or these people doing these fitness content, morning routines, and this and that. But in the end, what happens is you feel bad. Again, you go back to the social media. You feel bad because you feel like your life is falling apart. And you don't have the willpower to do anything. So the solution, I think, it would be to force yourself to quit and try to not give up like everything all at once. What I mean is, for example, when my goal is for, let's say, next Monday, for a week I'm gonna completely stop YouTube, laptop, the other phone, my phone, just to see how it goes. And at this point I'll need to find something to replace it. If I don't replace it, I'll be like, what do I do in the morning? So what do I do when I do this or that? You'll feel like you're sitting on the couch and doing nothing, being in boredom, full boredom, But at some point, you might think, oh, I'm going to try to replace that with some reading books, or reading one thing, implement a small change, then try to keep it for a week, because it's hard for everyone. I mean, I'm telling you that it's even harder now to go back to being focused all over again. It's so hard because the brain is so used to having this instant dopamine, and it just, I feel like every time you break a habit or the discipline that you had for 6 months, a year, then a crazy event happens. Then instead of just going maybe once a week, or practicing once a week, or doing this, the thing is, you completely abandon your routine, and when you try to get back after some months, it's so hard. I think after 30 years of age, it's so hard when you've been trying over and over again to be disciplined. And I think the thing that we can keep in mind is at some point, I think we have to force ourselves to change our lives. And I'm not saying in a drastic way, because we can be. For example, there was a guy. He said he only used a flip phone, and he uses WhatsApp on his laptop, and he responds maybe once or twice a day. And I'm like, this is crazy, because even if you have to check your bank account, do some transfers, life feels like going backwards, So it's hard, because every aspect of your life is connected to the phone. That's the main problem. We are all in this, and it's not that easy to get out of it. That's unfortunate. So there's no solution I'm giving you here, just sharing my thoughts, and seeing if there are other people struggling like me, and yeah, that's it. And trying to share with you the beauty of the nature here, and the spiders that are probably on my back. So yeah, hopefully that was useful to you, and cheers.